Is cryptocurrency on the brink of the greatest and biggest bull run it's ever seen? Today we're going to talk about this concept a little bit, what I think about it, and how I've been trading and will potentially continue to trade until we see this giant channel finally resolve. So it's good to be back, guys. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Settle in. Great to be here. Great to have you here. I'm feeling good, but a little bit turkey hungover. Hopefully you guys are feeling better than I am. We got a lot to look at. I actually planned on not making this video today, but things got spicy. We did see a new 23 yearly Bitcoin high, and we have another chart, or even two charts, that tell this story a little bit better with a little bit more confidence. We're going to get to those in just a minute, and for now, let's take a look at what's changed since the holiday. Looking at the daily with a clean chart today, we did have a higher high and a new 23 high on Bitcoin, 38,500 rounded up. Not super exciting, and really, well, maybe exciting, but not super exciting, only because since October 23rd, we have entered a ascending parallel channel. We have seen Bitcoin now trade in this horizontal or diagonal range for exactly a month. A month tomorrow. No? 23rd to 32 days a month. This may be a little FOMO, enticing price action with a new high about every other day or every third day, but it hasn't been the easiest trading for some. So I do want to go over what I've been doing. It's really simple. Anybody can do it. Remember, guys, trade at your own risk. Know your risks. Know what you're doing. Don't just run with leverage. But if you are going to use leverage, use our sponsor, FEMX, great exchange, no KYC, links in the video description below. So how could we have traded this? What's going on? Well, typically when we talk about trading ranges, we're talking about a horizontal, right? We're talking about a defined low and a defined high. When we're in a diagonal range, like we've seen over the last month, we traded a little bit differently, but with the same concept. I've been sharing my trades over the last month, and I've been making new ones and sharing them with you every time we go live. And I will pull those up in a little bit to show you what I'm doing. But the basic concept is looking for our range high. Because it's a diagonal, that range high is moving up day over day every day. And today, with the new high, hitting the top of that range. So there's logical ways we can approach this with very minimized risk. Looking to take profit at the top of our channel has been a brilliant idea, and even today, potentially a brilliant idea. And then looking to add back on that long at the bottom of our range, which is also ascending. So this is kind of a running number. On the flip side, you can also potentially look to take a short position from the highs, targeting the lows, and really just flipping that or reversing that. And I've had some pretty solid success. You've seen me, guys, close pieces of my long trade pretty much every time we've left this channel. I'm going to continue to do that. Since the last trade, I did open a tiny short at the top of this channel, only because I'm not convinced that we're going to break to a new high today. I am still looking for 48K, as we have been since the beginning of the year. Nothing has changed there. Going short doesn't mean you don't think it's going to go up. Shorts can be used as a hedge. Longs can be used as a hedge, and that's really it. I've remained net long and plan on doing so. However, I'm not convinced that we break this month. We may remain inside of this range until the end of October. It's not October. To the end of November, and we may then see a Santa Claus rally. I would say closing this month out green or even strong is a great indicator that we are looking to push to that level in December, and that would really fit the chart, in my opinion. Looking at the monthly, we have 2-3 solid monthlies in a row. December has historically been a very important month, let's say, for Bitcoin. We do see bull runs ending in December, but we also see rallies into those December closes. So just looking at this, which is a terrible way to go about it, but with a really simple take, it is very likely at this moment that we rally in December to higher highs. Into January, we may see that sell-off and retrace. Everyone has been looking for the pullback, the dip, the entry, and I've been warning you guys, being in this space so long, those are few and far between when we are in bullish territory. The pullbacks that we get are going to be the scariest ones and the highest risk ones, as we'll see large volatility or large moves to the downside quickly become wicks and bought back up until they don't. So be careful. Spot is always your friend. Remember that, guys. We talk about leverage trading here a lot. We do it live because it's interesting. It is not necessary. Spot trading is the bread and butter of crypto. Crypto really didn't even have leverage trading until about 2018. We put out some videos on that. But remember, spot is your friend, and you don't have to trade USD pairs, especially in a bull run. If we enter a really explosive bull run, even into December, into the start of next year, you're going to find that trading into USD, even if you win the trade, you're going to be sitting behind. You're going to be basically sitting out and taking unrealized gains on those dollars as price climbs so rapidly. So there's another concept we can do to stay on top of a bull market and to profit better and keep our money inside of that total crypto market cap and to see it expand with the bull run or with the uptrend. And that is trading instead of dollars. Trading your favorite altcoins against Bitcoin, or potentially trading coin margined leverage with Bitcoin is also another way to do that, but that's going to be risky in a bull market. Like I said, strong pullbacks and wicks are expected, and those are really just liquidating those long positions. So by trading Bitcoin pairs like Ethereum, FBTC, ADA BTC, XRP BTC, instead of profiting in dollars, you're going to be profiting in Bitcoin, which might sound weird or foreign to some of you. But think of it this way. If the price of Bitcoin is going up, if we're in a full-fledged bull market, and we're going to see pretty much continuous upside all next year, if you trade into Bitcoin and out of Bitcoin using these pairs, you'll be accumulating more Bitcoin. Now, the dollar value is going to be pegged to what Bitcoin's doing, and that doesn't necessarily have to go up, but you'll be stacking more and more Bitcoin. And as you stack more Bitcoin and the price goes up, you'll see compounding gains. People are always yelling, especially new traders, about how Bitcoin doesn't have enough gains, you're never going to get rich, it's not enough upside. That is not true in my opinion. However, those people are likely unaware of the ability to trade these pairs. If you're stacking Bitcoin and the price is going up, you're going to get a compounded return versus the price of Bitcoin. So say it goes to only 100K, which I think we're going to be seeing a lot bigger. The title of this video and the thumbnail, I'll share some of my hopium predictions with you for this cycle top. But even if it only goes to say 100,000, if we're at 36, that's only a 3x. But if you're able to say double your Bitcoin in that time, you're going to have a compounded gain, and you're probably not going to be too worried about the limited upside that you've imagined. I didn't even mean to rant that off, but I did. I did rant that off. So let's go down and see what's happening. The reason I did look to take a little head short, each time we've approached the top of this channel, we have seen it return to the bottom of the channel pretty quickly. And the way I've really approached this is each time I've shaved off pieces of our long, or my long, I've looked basically to just add them at whatever critical supports we had and that are untested below. So shaving off a little bit at 38, I'd likely, just looking at the chart and not doing any TA, likely look to add back a little bit at 36.9 or 37. Potentially down here at 36.250. You can see that's right around the bottom of the range of where we are here. And potentially looking for, the stop is going to be hard on a long here actually. And that's why I did take a head short up here. It isn't a perfect short, but it exists. Stop's going to be hard because we see this break. We see this pattern in Bitcoin and crypto a lot, this ascending channel. And unfortunately, and despite my prediction and belief of what's coming, this pattern typically does resolve to the downside. So while it is completely possible that we maybe put in a higher low, bounce top of the channel, and run right to 48K, it's also possible that we see what basically we've seen all year, which is some kind of range established. No, that's not a good one. Some kind of range established. We'll do it this way. On a lot of exchanges, we saw a lower low, a liquidity sweep before moving higher. So that is absolutely on the table. But the problem here on the day is that this has been going on so long that liquidity sweep could be all the way down here at 33K. This is not a good stop loss in my opinion. And that's a, ooh, no. Professor Beans, come here. Professor Beans trying to get under the desk, moving the camera. That's a rough stop loss. It's pretty big drawdown, but it is entirely possible that we see something like that. I'm not betting on it right now because I think it's too implied and too expected. Everyone's looking for this soft pullback that's friendly and lets them make amends for their mistakes of doubting the corn on the table. But this is what makes the long rough, and it would then follow the ascending pattern breakdown that we'd expect. But these are just probabilities. So even if that's an 80% probability of breaking to the downside, that means that every 2 out of 10, it doesn't happen and we get that bounce and run. I'm expecting this still. I just think that we're going to continually tap the top of this channel until people basically get bored, just like we saw all throughout the year. New highs, people getting bored. New highs, people getting bored. It would fit the glove would fit, I'll say. The glove would definitely fit. Let's look at it a little closer. We spent all this time in this range, and until this range breaks, there is a very confident trading strategy here. As I said, basically just taking profit at the top of the range and the bottom of the range with longs and shorts and adding them back slowly somewhere back in our channel until that channel collapses or expands and breaks out to the upside, hopefully. I'm going to go down to really low time frames. I kind of wanted to do something more evergreen for the start of this episode, but I'm getting distracted by price again. Maybe biggest bull run ever. We'll go back to that really quick. We'll go back to that. And hopium dreams. So, looking at our swing high, our all-time high at 69,000, down to what is looking more and more like the bear market bottom at 15,500. If we use our Fibonacci extension and look at our measured move target, that puts Bitcoin at about 300K. This is honestly where I think Bitcoin is going to go in the next cycle. If you've been around on this channel, because we've been streaming almost 5 years here, you can call me out on it. This was also roughly my target for the cycle we saw in 21. Without going into the details of that, or maybe that would be important, but I don't want to spend too much time. That did not happen, as you may have noticed. And that caught me and lots of people by surprise, even if they weren't aiming that high, because the cycle that we saw in 21 is unlike anything we've ever seen in Bitcoin history at this point. From our 20,000 high to our 69,000 all-time high, it was only a 250% gain. That doesn't match up with anything in Bitcoin's history. We have seen 1,000 to 20,000, for instance, from 2014 to 17. From 20 to 6.9 doesn't make sense. So we could talk about diminishing returns, and that is a valid argument as long as we don't just declare, okay, it's going to be diminishing returns forever. It doesn't make sense. First of all, our sample size is very small. We only have, 4 cycles? And the first 2 were like very quick and early in its time. We only have like 2 cycles, or 4 cycles. To say because this one was smaller, we're never going to have larger upside gains doesn't make sense to me. However, if we see something happen where Bitcoin does go to a new all-time high and only goes to like 100,000 and comes back down, maybe it's time to really open up that discussion. But with a sample size of 1, there's a lot of traps I see many, I'll say, kind of more novice traders making. For example, the 2020 March dip here. I'm seeing so many posts about how this has to go back down to a low now. This is a sample size again of 1. This happened 1 time. Bitcoin has never done anything really like that. We also had a global catastrophe that shut down the world's economy for God knows how long. While I even was looking for something like this to play out originally, long before we started rallying, it was really just a model to follow. The same way that we use fractals, same way we use anything. It's just a model until it breaks. Let's see, ghost bars. Now I see virtually everybody, virtually everyone. Maybe virtually everyone that newly got bullish on Bitcoin or this cycle looking for this. And like I said, I was looking for it too. But now I did even say when we looked at this originally, this was a very long time ago, if everyone starts talking about this, it's not going to happen. And it does seem like that's what's happening right now. I guess the bottom line of this is be careful with a sample size of 1. Bitcoin has not had enough history to really make any solid, conclusions about what will happen. It is so young. It is so fresh still, even if it doesn't feel that way, that there's going to be, the only thing I can even guarantee is that we're going to see things that we've never seen. And maybe that's the biggest bull run ever with the crazy all-time high. Maybe that isn't. Maybe it's a small one. No one knows. There's going to be thousands of people who pretend to know for clicks and views and clout, but no one knows what's going to happen next. All we can do is look at the possibilities, follow them, and see if they're valid and when they break, and make validation and invalidation targets for our trades along the way. Oh crap, I skipped over this part. I don't have any of this scripted. You guys know I never script anything. Also, the downside. This bull market high to bear market bottom, again, does not fit Bitcoin's history at all, with a 78% retracement from the high that doesn't fit in line with anything we've seen. Bitcoin has historically retraced anywhere from 84 to like 90-something% from bull market highs to lows. 77 doesn't make sense, but if we're going to entertain it as making sense, and then we can say, well, our upside was not really in line with history. Our downside is not really in line with history. So why would we expect something normal? Why would we expect something easily predictable or something everyone's looking at, like the 2019, like that, or 2020? Doesn't really make sense. None of this adds up to what we've seen. So the only other thing I can say for certain is neither will any of this, guys. My advice to you all, if you can, and it's not financial advice, this is my personal success advice, is to start DCAing Bitcoin, not throwing tons of money at it or something, but if you have none, to start make some kind of small regular purchase that you can set up to just automatically execute, and just start accumulating. Start thinking about Bitcoin pairs. Start thinking about how you can stack Bitcoin. These are going to be really important very soon, whether it's this month, next year, whatever. These things are going to be the deciders of whether you succeed or don't in a bull run. And that sounds wild. It sounds wild. You may win every trade. You may go long constantly, take profits, and win every trade in the bull market. And by the end of it, you may not have captured the same gains as simply just holding spot and doing nothing. Yet you've taken on all this risk and done all this work, and you didn't outpace Bitcoin. That is the name of the game. In a bull run, all you have to do to be a winner is to outpace Bitcoin. And I will tell you right now, it will not happen. It will not happen taking on tons and tons of risk, being all in on something small. It will not happen. There will be times where you outpace Bitcoin, but by the end of the day, by the end of the cycle, you will regret it, I promise you. Doesn't mean you have to have all Bitcoin, but if you have none, start accumulating it slowly. This is like, it's not even advice. It's like, I'm begging you, and it's not for my benefit. It's a really, really difficult. I found over hundreds and thousands of people coaching them one-on-one, not hundreds of thousands, hundreds or thousands. Coaching them one-on-one, it's incredibly hard to get people to change the way they think and to really get into this mindset, which is unfortunate because this is what is successful. And the people who have been in this space as long as I have, or even longer, have all done this. Almost none of them have done anything else other than they forgot about it. They didn't do anything. Doing nothing, forgetting about it, and focusing on stacking Bitcoin. Those are the only 3 roads that have been successful for a decade, basically, in crypto. Do what you want, of course. Everyone, I don't know if I've ever changed anyone's mind on this topic. I hope that I can, but I know that that's a hard bet. Unfortunately, the way that people learn this lesson is through going through a cycle and seeing it for themselves. We say that in trading a lot. Trial by fire. How do you learn trading? You learn trading by losing a lot. Losing until you figure out what you're doing wrong. You can get ahead of this right now by just internalizing some of these concepts. Doesn't mean make drastic changes, but just internalize these concepts and try to shift your goal from stacking dollars to stacking Bitcoin. Why stack the infinite thing in the Bitcoin pair of the dollar? Stack the finite resource. If you believe in Bitcoin, there is likely no better financial decision you can make. That went everywhere. That just went everywhere. All right, let me pull up the chat. I think that's good enough. I've been trying to put in like a 5-10 minute thing in the beginning of these so that when people open it and don't really know our content, they're not like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Look at all these charts and words and I don't understand. There we go. We got almost 600 viewing. I didn't know how we'd be doing right now. Almost 600 viewers. They pop out the chat. Only 132 likes. Everyone's a little still turkey hungover. I understand. Let me pull up the chat, see what you guys are looking at, what you guys are talking about. What's up, M. Stone Moggy, the queen of this channel at this point? Her and Coins Chick can share that crown. What's up, Joshua Tree? It's common sense after a cycle has been completed and tuition has been paid. Joshua Tree, I might steal some of those words there. There is a tuition cost. Absolutely. Every single person who starts out in crypto basically gets wrecked, whether it's right away or in a few months when the top inevitably is in and everything crashes. Everyone pays this tuition. I am not an exception. I was down 85% in my portfolio in the first, I want to say, 6 months of trading. Rough, right? It took a long time to recover from that. But the first step to recovering from that was recognizing what I was doing. What the hell am I doing? What am I doing wrong? What are successful people doing? And luckily at that time, there was way less noise in crypto. There were way less people sharing what they were doing. I basically just shut my mouth and listened to everyone who had been in the space for years longer than I. And I just asked them, and you should do this too. If you know people who've been in crypto, I want to say for more than 5 years, let's say like 6 years-ish, what have you done that was successful long-term? What would you change if you could go back to the beginning of your investing to make yourself more successful? And I guarantee you, the answer will be related to the things I just talked about. No one has been in crypto 14 years that's successful and aped into tons of high risk things trying to get a bigger return. Bitcoin, even if it only goes to 100K, that's still like an 8x from the low. An 8x, guys, we lose perspective in crypto a lot. An 8x is like 2 decades in the stock market. To say that's not enough is maybe the official seal that you're going to lose your money, like the stamp. Like, I'm going to lose my money. That's not enough for me. That is the definition of infinite greed, and infinite greed is infinitely destructive. Does not work. Balancing risk in this space is the key. The real only thing at the end of the day you have to do is not get wrecked, is not get zeroed, right? As long as you can keep trading and keep investing, everything else is not quite as important. But if you get wrecked, you're pretty much out. And people talk about, I'm too late. Well, if you're too late, don't go to the back of the line, right? Stay in the spot you're in, even if you're tired, even if you're sick of it. Don't go to the back of the line because you're really just beating yourself. You're just defeating yourself. More rants. All right. What's up, Pseudomoss? If you've not lost your ass. Reliant going up. True. Let me refresh. 40K is coming. We kiss you. Whoa. Are the Turkish bots back? Guys, just come here for a second. This is the second rider of the apocalypse, of the bear apocalypse. Last week, we had Lord Bajarki return to us after his glorious absence. That was the first sign. Now the Turkish bots are back? How many years has it been, Turkish bots? By the way, Turkish bots, you're my favorite bots. We kiss you. You're the friendliest, nicest bots I've ever seen on YouTube or any other social media. I send kisses to you and all of your families and all of your, computer children. Kisses and love and good vibes. Every other bot, they're not bots. They are, I don't know. Then what are you? If you're not bots, what are you, man? What are you? Tom, Abi channel attack. Yep, I don't know what any of that means. Elon Musk. Black sales, I don't know. This happened like, how long ago was it? Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago? And then just disappeared. And now they return. I think it's the second sign. It's Jarky, the bots. What do we need? I mean, like for me personally, Litecoin going up. What's the next signs? Grayscale's premium returning to zero. GBTC premium returning to zero. That's the next rider. Let's pull that up really quick. Then we're going to do some TA, guys. I don't think Bitcoin is going to be doing much moving while we're live right now. I know that's not what you want to hear. I could lie. Bitcoin's about to make the craziest move you've ever seen. It's going to infinity, right? A little more clickbait. Let's look at this really quick. I'm curious. I don't care if you guys aren't. You just got to stick with it. Grayscale premium rate down to 9.78%. Can I see a chart on that? Hold up. I want to see a graph. GBTC premium chart. See that? Here we go. Y charts. Here we go. We looked at this months ago. We're going to look at it more. Since January, in my opinion, the bottom being in day 300. By the way, I think it's actually not day 322. I think it's like day 320. I don't know, a little bit more. Because at the end of the year, it should be 365, and I don't think it adds up. But that's not important. At the beginning of the year, we had a negative 50% premium on Grayscale BTC. And with the ETF talk, this has slowly risen pretty much with Bitcoin price. We've been speculating that when this premium hits zero, we will see the real moves on Bitcoin. My logic here is that this premium is being arbed. People are betting that Grayscale will get the ETF and that they'll be able to cash out those Bitcoin shares at some point, which you can't currently do, but at some point. And so what you can do, if you believe that's going to happen and you have a Grayscale account and obviously a spot account in crypto, you can purchase GBTC at the premium. So at the start of the year at 50% off. And then you could, in theory, sell BTC and you could arbitrage 50% profits, right? That's a lot. There is risk there because you are betting that you're going to be able to redeem these. If not, you're screwed. But things are looking better and better and better for this. And we can see this premium being eroded all year. It has gone up, hitting higher highs and higher lows. Today, actually, is it today? Let's see. That's kind of big news. Hitting single digits. Is it today, literally? Today. Grayscale premium today, for the first time this year, is now in single digits, baby. Let's go. That's tweet worthy. Like that, I have to take a screenshot. Hope he doesn't freeze my camera. 50-50. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Did it freeze it? It sometimes does. It didn't. By the way, I cut my own beard. It's a little low. I don't know if you guys like it. That's tweet worthy. We're going to tweet this. For the first time ever, Grayscale premium, not ever, this year, is at a single digit number and it is approaching zero. It's funny that it looks like 2 days ago. So in 2 days, that premium was eroded by 2%. At that pace, by the end of next week, it would be at zero. I don't think it will sustain that pace. That's not a great bet. But this is spicy AF, and I'm going to tweet about it. We haven't done a live tweet in a while. Let's do a live tweet. GBTC hits single digit premium for first time in 2023. LFG BTC. There we go. By the way, guys, follow me on Twitter. I'm the best shit poster there is, in my opinion. Digit for the first time in 2023. Let's go. Let's go. For so long, before people really even started paying attention to this premium, I was saying when this hits zero, we're gonna see Bitcoin run. Like I just it's a hunch. It's not a fact, it's a hunch. That's good shit. That's real good shit. Let's go. That deserves a let's go. Can I get a let's go in chat? Let's go. Let's go. All right. Enough let's go. By the way, a little fluff piece for you guys while we wait and watch the paint dry. Thanksgiving. I had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you guys did too. Beans had enough. Professor Beans had enough of my shit. Look at this sass. We had to drive to family. It took like a few hours. She just had enough of my shit in the car. She was like, dude, this sucks. There you go. And by the way, guys, she's doing great after her surgery. She's been healthy and happy and running around and full of energy, and it makes me very happy. She's a bit of an older lady. She's 12, but she doesn't act like it. So fingers crossed she's going to live, I don't know, like another 12 years. Another dozen. Healthy dozen. That's what I'm aiming for. I got totally distracted by the Grayscale thing. Let me pull the chat back up and see what the not Turkish bots are saying. What are they saying? Are they still here? They're still here? Are you still here? All right. The problem is that GBTC was a trust. You submitted not withdrawal. Yes, that is correct. Potential conversion to an ETF caused the gap to close. So deleted my real name. That is what I just described. Maybe with more detail. Is people are betting on being able to redeem it. You can't right now. So there is a risk there. It's not free money. And it certainly wasn't free money at the start of the year at 50% discount or premium, negative premium. Certainly wasn't. There's risk. Because if GBTC doesn't get an ETF, you can't do it. And all those ARB positions are wrecked, basically. Because now you're holding all this GBTC that you can't convert. Probably then if they're like, for some reason, the only ones denied an ETF, which makes no sense. But hey, don't put it past Gary Gensler. Then GBTC likely crash, right? And the premium would return really low. I think the odds of that are very low now and are getting better day over day. That's my opinion. Is there a discount on Grayscale Ethereum? You know what? Yeah, I haven't done anything about the other discounts. Sure, let's look at the other discounts. So with these other with these other discounts, first thing we should look at, where are you? Total holdings. So the bigger the holdings, the more there is to ARB, the more there is potentially to benefit from the price change. Also, there's obviously then more liquidity. So if we go down to small cap things, their premiums can be kind of all over the place. They're not going to have the stability. But we can take a look at a few. Ethereum has also had a negative premium. In fact, I want to say all of these did. I want to say they all did at some point this year. Let's take a peek. I guess I have to open up this site for no reason. CoinGlass, if you're watching, add a link to those charts where we can look at these premiums. I have to pull, maybe that Y charts thing will have it. Let's see. GBTC. What is it called? What's the ticker? GF? GIF? Grayscale. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Obvious, similar to Bitcoin. This makes sense. Makes sense. Since January, that premium has also eroded. What's interesting is Ethereum, it looks like 59% was the largest part of that premium. Let me go back to Bitcoin. Looks like Bitcoin's actually was only like 48 maybe. So a little bit less. Ethereum traded at a 10% deeper discount. That's also trending up. It's also now at 13.7%. Not in single digits, but guys, that was honestly just like a shit post on Twitter. I love shit posting. Just entertainment and kind of knowledge and entertainment combined into something. It being single digits doesn't matter at all, right? The only thing that matters is that it's narrowing. Going from 10% to 9.9% is irrelevant, other than the 1% change. So 13% from 58.9 or almost 60%. Ethereum's premium, without being able to do the math too thoroughly right here, has closed more than Bitcoin's. It had more to close. What is a little different for me, I'll open up BTC again. What's a little different and weird for me is we've seen over November 20, 21st, and 22nd, that premium roughly flat, right? 13.3, 13.9, 13.7. And then we look at Bitcoin, and in that same time period, we have 11.6, 11.8, and then under 10. So something changed here. Something changed today on this premium. Maybe, I think I could speculate that Bitcoin ETF is closer than an Ethereum ETF. Man, I would eat my words if that wasn't true, but I'd put money on that. Maybe that's it. And As that gets closer, we'll see this close quicker. It has closed a lot. It is interesting. It is interesting for sure. ETC, for some reason, is their third largest. Oh, you know why? Is that because I wonder if it's just from the Ethereum they held when ETC forked? I don't know. But that premium rate's still 32% down. Actually, is there any experts in the chat here? So Grayscale Trust isn't an ETF, but on a Bitcoin ETF conversion, that would, to my knowledge, that would mean they could then convert Bitcoin, but they wouldn't be able to convert all these other assets, right? So maybe this is a little less logical, or maybe it's just bullish investors. Because like ETC, what are the odds of that getting an ETF? Maybe ever. I mean, maybe it gets one ever, but like anytime soon, I think it's terrible. It is like not a good bet. Litecoin definitely closer than Ethereum to an ETF. Litecoin at 8% premium, BCH, whatever. But there are spicy ones. Down here, Filecoin, 745% premium. That's actually not the largest premium we've ever seen. Litecoin, I remember, had a premium of over 1,000% in the last, maybe the last cycle. I want to say in like 20. I'm losing track of the years. I've seen much higher premiums. I think Lynx actually was much higher at 1.2. What we could do here is we talked about arbing the negative premium. You could arb the positive premium as well. And this is important. Great question. Thanks for getting me on this rant, bro. Great question. So why do I think that Bitcoin is going to make a very, very explosive move when the premium reaches 0%? I explained to you how you can take advantage of a negative premium to arb, betting on an ETF coming, right? However, when you have a positive premium, there's an arb in a different direction, and that one is much more bullish. So when we have a positive premium, so let's say Bitcoin trades, I don't even know what it ever traded at positive wise. 38%, damn, that's pretty big. 34. So when Bitcoin was at a 30, or GBTC was at a 38% premium, what people were able to do is, if they had GBTC shares, they were able to sell those GBTC shares in theory and buy spot Bitcoin, and they could arb that negative premium. This is obviously a more bullish take on it, or more bullish side of this, because it's buying spot, right? Buying spot versus buying Grayscale. Buying Grayscale doesn't directly impact the price of Bitcoin in any way. The same way now ETFs in theory would, because when you buy ETF, they have to buy the asset and hold it, I think. But better than people buying GBTC and selling Bitcoin, which is likely what people would do with this negative premium, if they could. The reverse is much more bullish. Much more. So when Bitcoin hits 0, I think we're going to see something significant, especially if that GBTC discount just pumps up. Blast past 0, moves up. I think we're going to see extra spot pressure. And I think that would make it very spicy. Very, very spicy. What other ones are there? Does anyone even care about the other ones? Litecoin. I mean, I love Litecoin, but I don't care about GBTC Litecoin. Mana up. So the way I would view it, honestly, is in theory, positive premiums should be bullish for spot, and negative premiums should be bearish for spot. Bearish means just like a factor, another force, not controlling the price or something. All right, I'm moving on. I've been talking about premiums too much. I'm getting them mixed up in my head. DJE. You don't even know how ETFs work. Bro, I asked you guys, are you an expert out there? I'm a crypto bro, man. I never was in traditional finance. I don't know if you've heard, we don't have ETFs in crypto. So I've admitted, and I will admit, I'm not an expert on ETFs in any way. I'm just learning. But thanks for your engagement, my friend. That's your girl, Gina's boyfriend. I'm gonna kick your ass, bro. Get out of here. She's my girlfriend. What's up, Camille? You have 1,000 GBP. Should you go half in Bitcoin, half in altcoins? You got to do what's right for you, brother. You got to do what's right for you. I can't tell you what to do. That'd be financial advice, and also it wouldn't be successful advice. I can tell you what I do and what I've done and what's worked for me, but I can't tell you what to do with your money. I can say I strongly believe that everyone who is in crypto should own Bitcoin. And I do even strongly believe that everyone's portfolio should be at least 50% Bitcoin. I think that's the low end. Doesn't mean you can't have alts. I have more alts than probably any person in this room, just positions wise. But I still have like 80% Bitcoin in my portfolio. I can say this as well, you're on the right track. You're not thinking all in, all out. You're not thinking I'm going to go all in on something or all out on something. You're not like, I'm putting it all in Bitcoin or putting it all in an altcoin. That isn't as successful. You want to break it up a little bit. Helps the mental state. It's good. You can expose your portfolio to higher risk, higher reward, but you do so by managing risk with position size, making your position size smaller. So if that does, the risk plays out against you, you don't get totally wrecked, right? You just lose that percent. Manage it that way. That's the best advice I can give anyone. Follow what you believe. Don't buy stuff based on the answer to this question, right? If you ask that question to 10 other YouTubers, I'm sure most of them will be like, buy these shitcoins or 100 million X%. Dude, that's the worst way to go about it. One, they're probably grifting, right? Or pumping their own bags. But two, you don't know anything about it. You don't believe in it. One of the main factors of being successful in my career of Bitcoin is I truly, without any doubts now, believe Bitcoin will continue to go up in price indefinitely. Doesn't mean we want to bear markets or downtrends. We will. But I believe from right now until the day I die, on some kind of long average, it will only trend up. I have full belief, full faith. If it doesn't happen, it sucks to be me. But I don't believe that's going to happen. And that's the mindset you have to have. If you're just buying stuff because people say it's going to go up, or, oh my God, Amazon partnership with Google and integrated our AI coin to DeFi NFTs, like, not going to work. Not going to work. Belief is so important. Long-term belief in an asset is so important for investing. All in Doge. All right, Jamie. Hey, at least it's Doge. It's better than 99% of the other shit. What's up, Randy Greer? What's up, Sin? You know what? I didn't even shout everybody out. Who's here today? Alex Wells is here. Alex S. Benny Mortiza, Black Sales, Bradley, Brett, DJE. I'm waiting for that ETF lesson. Foxy Thorny, Gabe, Get Wrecked, Gina's boyfriend, who I'm meet me out back after this stream. Hulk's Couch, ICTS, It's Your World, Jamie, John, Jonah, Japernicus. Camille Clavi, Chris Pax, what's up, bro? M. Stone, Moggy got you earlier. Michael K, Mike Bennett, Mike Volmer, the man. What's up, Mike? Nova Kane, Peter, Randy Zachary, Sanket, Santo, Straight Chillin', Pseudomas, Sin Thuffish, The Day Trading Doge, Wick, Wisdom, Pickle, of course, my right-hand man, Worston, Bruge, X-Cal, and a name in that Russian dialect that I cannot read. But shout out and welcome to everyone from every country and every language here. Will Janet Yellen retake her throne at the Fed soon? I have no idea. I have no idea. That was fun. No, it's like a funny story. I won't go on too long. Really quick. Many years ago, I used to really like Janet Yellen. And a lot of you are going to start cringing. You're going to start getting triggered. But listen, Janet Yellen used to be very different, at least in her rhetoric, than she is now. She wasn't speaking about anything crypto, which is mostly why we hate her. But back in the day, she was like fighting banks, like trying to repeal Glass-Steagall, and like I liked what she was doing. She was trying to at least swing at big banks in finance. I liked her. Now I don't. Oh, how our heroes fall, you know? Never meet your heroes, man. What's up, Darko? Have I done more cast research? No, I have not, Wick. Have you? What's up, Greg F? XRP is Bitcoin 2.0 and the future of finance, says Grant P. You know, man, I think that's a silly comparison. XRP doesn't have to be Bitcoin. Like, what? Why does it? Why? They're not alike, honestly, in any way. Like, in any way, they're not alike. But they don't. That doesn't mean it can't be successful. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Everything else can just figure out a different value, a different niche, a different thing, right? They don't have to be Bitcoin. They're not fighting. Bitcoin doesn't know that XRP exists. What's Bitcoin doing? Not much, dude. That's why I'm just chilling, vibing. We hit the top of the channel. That looks pretty ugly, doesn't it? That looks hella ugly. That's very, very ugly, man. Look at this. Tap, tap, tap. Do we have candle closes or something? Right here. How many hits? I mean, I don't like to see support tested over and over again, right? It's weakened each time. Each time we're looking for a higher probability of a breakdown. By the way, if you didn't watch the support and resistance video, the long form video we published, it is straight fire. It is the best thing I've ever made as a content creator. I highly encourage you to watch it. I was trying to find it. I need an assistant while I'm live, like for real. This guy right here. It only has 1,000 views. Released it 2 days ago. This video, straight fire. Straight fire. You should watch it. Goes all over support and resist. Being weakened each time. This is not great. However, it hasn't broken yet. If I were to take a position, again, it would probably be a short. You're up near the top of the range. You might lose money on that short. But as long as you haven't broken this, even though it's looking likely, you haven't retraced that much from the high. What we're looking for when we have these channels every time, we've all these different patterns, we go over this all the time, is if we have a resistance, right? It doesn't make matter what pattern or anything you're looking at. When we have a resistance or a support, flip the chart and pretend it's a support. Ooh, look at that. That looks way better. That looks way better upside down. What we're looking for basically is, okay, you hit that resistance, you retraced. Sellers came in, they pushed the price down. Where did buyers come in? Okay, we found it. It's right here. Okay, cool. We returned to that resistance, tested it again. Sellers came in, pushed price down. We're looking for a higher low. We got it. We got it. We went back to the top of the range, basically. Higher low. Back to the range, higher low. Back to the range. As long as we hold, even as low as 36.8, right? We have a higher low. And that looks better and better and better each time we perform this. Each time we put in a higher low and we retest that resistance, it's showing that buyers are slowly winning the battle. Slowly, slowly. Slowly, slowly. Peter Provost is here. What's up, Peter Provost? How you doing? That sounded great. If you smart, Bitcoin will give you 30% a year return. Will it? How do you talk to Bitcoin? Why do people hate Litecoin ICTS? Let's be real. Most people don't know what Litecoin is. New investors don't know what Litecoin is. People who hate Litecoin and know what it is, typically it's the same reason people get bearish on anything and hate it. They got burned, right? They made a bad choice. They bought in at the top. It went down. They got wrecked. That's it. It's like that simple. That's why people are perma bears. They bought in the top or whatever, or sold at the bottom. They got wrecked. Now they're mad. That's how it works. Steven Seagal coin. Ew. Talk to your Bitcoin. Play it music. Read it poetry. Cuddle it gently each night. Assure it. Whisper gentle affirmations in its ears. You can do it, Bitcoin. I believe in you. This looks gnarly. This is like right here where people will be like, oh, head and shoulders, right? Head and shoulders. Actually kind of just looks like a middle finger, doesn't it? This is just a middle finger. Got knuckle, knuckle, middle finger, knuckle, knuckle. There it is. Bitcoin says, F you very much. The question though is it saying F you very much to the bears or the bulls? I don't know. I think the bears, but I always say that. What do you guys think? There it is. The FU signal. This is also very tweetable. I don't need to take a screenshot though. There we go. Oh, I'm definitely going to tweet that. I'll probably do it after the show though. We already did one tweet. I don't want to do too many tweets. Unless you guys really like them. I don't know. You like them? I'll keep tweeting them. That's going to go up though. That's beautiful. That is one of the best middle fingers I've seen on a chart. It's so clean. People are going to be looking for a head and shoulders here, right? Because we have tests of a support. So it's not a head and shoulders yet. It is a support that's weakened, and that's a reason to have caution. It's a head and shoulders here. You have to have your neckline break. You can't have a head and shoulders without a neckline break. Until then, it's just hits to support or resistance, right? Let's do some. I haven't done any TA really. I've just been vibing. I'm turkey hungover. I've just been vibing. Let's see. Not bad. Give me a second just to reorient with the chart. I haven't really looked at it this morning. Ooh, nice little rollover here on the 1 minute, the least confident time frame, but that little rollover here, right here, 37.8, like bloop, 37.8, 20. 5 minute. Ooh, 5 minute rolling over as well. That's kind of cool. Got a 1 minute and the 5 minute, and VWAP is rocketing. All right. Things are looking good on those time frames, so now we're getting into the real ones. 15, green money flow, generally bullish. VWAP just rolling over, momentum pinching. Kind of in one of those scenarios, like you got the rollover signal right here. You broke your low after putting in a high. So typically we look for this. With those lower time frames looking good, I think we're going to see at least this. One sec. The money flow, by the way, if people know what this is. I think we're going to see at least this on money flow come back up near this high. If we break through that high, this is going to roll into deeper time frames. We're going to see likely, actually, we're so close to the high. If this happens, we almost certainly see a new 23 high today. But it's not quite there for me yet. Generally bullish. I'll say this is like bullish neutral. So we have very bullish 1, very bullish 5. The least confident ones. And then on the 15, a little bit more neutral. 30 minute coming up. Kind of same setup. You have that break, you have the rollover signal, VWAP's coming up, and money flow is like reaching back up. That's like a double whammy coming at the same time. Thank God something doesn't have that exact same setup. Higher highs on money flow in the 45. You do have this lower hit on VWAP, which is a little weird, a little strange here, but you haven't broken your low. You don't have the rollover on the 45 yet. So I'm going to say, even though this is a low VWAP, it is looking to move to that zero line. Money flow is looking to move back up. And again, I guess maybe looking to test that high. Weird. I don't think I've ever seen a setup like this. The 1 hour is definitely more bearish. Definitely looking for a little retracement here. So past 37,822 in the short term, not so confident. Not so confident there. I get rid of FU. I don't want YouTube to get mad. Ooh, 90 minute looking pretty garbage too. 1, 2, 3 higher highs. You just have to zoom in. Professor Beans is barking. Let's go to the 4. 4 hour closes in 18 minutes. 18 minutes to close above. 37,762. That's a really tight range, isn't it? That's really tight. Why do none of these have price bars? Oh my gosh, dog is going nuts. Neighbors must be outside. 18 minutes to close above 37,762 to avoid the bearish engulf. Really, almost no matter what, that isn't a great 4 hour unless it blasts off in the next 18 minutes, which is possible based on the very low time frames we looked at, but I'm not going to be confident in it. 4 hour definitely looking better than 90 minute, hour, 2 hour. That's solid. 6 hour definitely looking a little weaker. A little rolling over. Lower highs, lower lows. VWAP going down. I think after this 6 hour closes, we could see something. 12 hours still rolling over. Still in the green. Daily. This is what's beast. And this is kind of why I was looking for a higher high. Kind of why. Even this morning. VWAP higher high on the day. Money flow. We have another higher high. This is looking so good. It's looking so good. Momentum doesn't want to roll over. Like it keeps flipping here. We have a higher high here. The day just looks primed AF. It looks so prime. Let's take everything off the chart and just look at this daily candle, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's mark out some important levels on our day right here. Potentially an order block being painted there with a close above 37.4. Bitcoin will close the day with a bullish engulf. That'll be good. That'll be good. The higher high today really does make the weekly look more solid. Potentially we were looking at 3 weeks with the exact same high. We've broken that high. We haven't broken the low. Though this is still not what I want to see. It's weird. What I like, though, as well, that I've been hearing lots of people say, oh, there's bearish divergence on the day, right? And they're not wrong. But there's not bearish divergence on the week. The week doesn't seem bothered by it. Does not seem bothered by it. This is, Savvy is probably yelling at himself, probably screaming into a pillow about it. There you go. Higher highs throughout the year. You did have some kind of janky, right? You had some kind of janky bear div on this high. You had a higher high in price. You didn't have a higher high in RSI, and it really didn't look great. But with this move to the upside, we now have higher highs, and we have higher highs in RSI. Bear div not there on the week. It is there on the day, I want to say, but it's not there on the week. Yep. On the day, this does look pretty gross, doesn't it? We've lost the overbought status I was hoping we could hold. We've reached back down, 52 RSI, but our highs are not bringing us higher RSI highs. So that gives us two scenarios. Two scenarios, right? Scenario one. That div plays out and we do kind of what we were talking about at the beginning of the episode. Something like this. I don't even want to talk about this because we've just looked at this exact bear scenario over and over again. There's nothing new about it. The daily div plays out. The weekly pulls back, but it remains exactly the same. And then we eventually move back up. Or the daily makes a strong move to the upside. Likely, I would say above 40, probably 40K, mid 40s to really be enough. And pulls RSI up to an even higher high. And that could eliminate that daily bullish, bearish divergence. Could. Let's see, has this changed at all? Don't be shy, bud. Don't be shy. You can go up there. Tell him, do I use RSI? I just did, baby. I use it, but I don't, I won't say it's like my go-to. It's in my tool belt. One of the staples of the diet, but not my go-to. I don't think it, I'm not even sure how to reflect on it. It's useful in conjunction. It's useful for finding confluence. For me, it's like a secondary indicator. Hey, bro, how high can Shiba go? How high do you want it to go, man? How high do you want Shiba to go? No, Sol, you bitch. Sol stopped us out. You know what? I said I would show you my trades. They're all right. I said I would show you my trades and I forgot. Sol, you riggedy wreck this short, man. I guess this one's still in. Oh, it's still in play. Look at Sol in a sec. Give me a sec. I'm going to pull up somebody's trades here. Show you what I've changed. Barrel. Okay. Number one. We got a bunch of trades open. On Bitcoin long from 28.3, I closed 0.5 BTC. Let's see. Those are short. Wait, I closed it. I'm confused. It's not there. I closed 0.5 BTC somewhere at the high yesterday, like 37.8. You can see here I layered that 0.5 I took out. I layered it down below price in just 0.01 increments. One of them filled, and that's why I have 0.61 BTC long now. Minus 0.2, so this one's not doing hot, right? It's just not doing too bad. From 17.6, I think I just marketed it. I don't even know what I did. But basically just hedging a little bit here and really looking to play what we talked about at the beginning of the episode. Really looking to play this potential move, right? Because that short is only 0.2 and this long is 0.61. In theory, I could never stop. I could put no stop on the short as long as the long remains open, and it could liquidate at 46.8, but I'd still be in net profit if I closed that corresponding long. So if I closed 0.2 Bitcoin long, it would just neutralize. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let it liquidate, but I'm net long, but I have this little hedge, right? And really that for me is just a mental crutch. So if price does go back down, I'm not thinking, oh no, pain. I'm losing all my gains. It's just keeping me better in the picture. I guess I have to log in to FEMX to look at the other ones. I'm going to show you these trades and then we're just going to read chat. Let's see what you guys are looking at. I keep getting distracted. That's why these streams are so long. These streams are so long because I get distracted. You guys distract me. I distract myself. I start ranting. Turkish bots come in. Bajarki comes back. Someone LOLs at me for not knowing about ETFs, for not being an ETF expert. I did make one big sad. Okay, so I actually have other positions too that I made that you guys might not know about. The Ape long is still open. I might close it just because I'm bored of it. It's up 200%. The 16.5 long, the Mega Chad long, still vibing. Nothing changed there. 765% up, but getting close to 10K on profit on that one. I also opened an XMR long. We're going to look at Monero today. I like Monero's chart. I've always liked Monero. It's in my list of coins, but those are the changes. And then my big whoops, which I can't log into right now, actually. I have a position, or I had a position that I showed you guys. Let me find it. I had a position open. Where the here we go. Here we go. Big sad coming in, guys. Big sad. Oh, by the way, let's just there it is. Easy peas. We'll see what happens next. Another live target. Okay. The big sad. Really big sad. Here we are. I had a coin margin position open, meaning betting with Bitcoin, not dollars, on Bitcoin going up. I opened it at 27,000. On the rally, the day before, yesterday, I went to go take like a tiny bit of profit. I'd planned on taking 0.0329 of the position, so about 1/4 of it. I planned on closing it. I must have made a user error, and I accidentally closed the whole position. And this is the biggest sad. I'm being sad about profit, but it's my big sad, man. I ended up only realizing 0.3 BTC. 0.3, that's about $1,000, right? $1,000 now, I don't even know. But I'm really sad. Good time, good reminder, guys, to always triple, quadruple check your orders. Make sure you do it right because there's no backsies. Could I have just reopened it? Yeah, probably. But it didn't feel right. I didn't want to do it. I have a bunch of other longs open with USD. I'm very sad though because that was my favorite position. Lasai. I like that. I like that one more than I like the 16.5 long. All right. Enough of me rambling. I'm actually going to read the chat now. 35% of us think Bitcoin's going to hit a higher high today. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Moggy, for the $1.50. I don't know why you sent it, but I appreciate you. Blur looking big? Yes. Blur actually did make some big moves. We can look at that. Poker has the best odds. Still bullish. I'm not bullish on Snoop Dogg anymore, guys. He quit smoking. I'm not bullish on him anymore. You're still here, Gina's boyfriend? Good. Meet me outside. I told you after the stream. You dumped your ape? I own no actual ape. I just have that long open from $1. Mostly because I spent weeks telling you guys that it was going to go to $1 and that I would open a position there, and then it did, so I had to follow through. If you have to leave, we get it, but we're not going anywhere. What do you mean leave? What am I doing? Look over here. What am I looking at? I think burns are false. Burns of what? Depends. possible with SHIB to $10? No, Noah. I hate to say things are impossible or guaranteed, but no, that isn't possible, dude. Like for that to happen, the world would have to print like 1,000 times more dollars than they have right now. Like that would make its market cap bigger than the entire GDP of the world, of like the derivative market maybe. Do I prefer Coinbase or Binance? Both are legit. Unfortunately, you can't use Binance if you're in the US. How high can I jump? I used to be able to dunk, believe that or not. Probably not anymore. I have no idea. Our size is my side check. Yeah, it is. Like for the moon, I agree. Meme. You're saying there's a chance? So you're saying there's a chance. Just like I have a chance with Gina. There's a chance. 8 minutes to pump above the 4 hour. Yep. We are just looking at it. We got 6 minutes left. We got 6 minutes. Wait, above 38K resistance. Okay, I was saying just to close not bearish engulfed. 5 minutes to go above 38. It's possible. How are we looking down here? 1 minute looks a little played. 5 minute looks a little played. We're not. I don't think we're getting it. I don't think we're getting it. Unfortunately, in the next 5 minutes. I'm just looking for not a bearish engulf. Looking back on the 4 hour. A lot of these swing highs that have led to significant retracements have had a bearish engulfing 4 hour. Let's even go back here. Bearish engulfing 4 hour. Bearish engulfing 4 hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why I don't want to see it here. Don't want to see number 7. It doesn't guarantee that we'll get a bigger retracement or anything, but I would like to see that break. I would like to see a test up here in this range. That does not immediately engulf. That would be wonderful. It'd be wonderful. Snoop doesn't smoke anymore. Is that fake news? I don't know. It could be. Am I spreading fake news now? Am I one of those people? That's what I read. And I was like, that's sad. That's real sad. Unless he just, I don't know. Maybe it's wrecking his life. I have no idea. BlackRock equals Satoshi. I would bet all of my Bitcoin that's not true. Live short trade. I mean, nah, I already got it. Actually, was that short down? I could add to it and then just be like, yeah, it's a live short trade. Huzzah. 1%. I mean, sure, it is a live short trade right now, right? Like, this is open basically at market. It's only $2,000 of margin, making it like a $7,000 position or something with leverage. It's not very big. Hourly. Well, I was just talking about engulfings off of these highs. Hourly engulf. That's not really what I want to see. But can the 4 hour reject it? That would be a nice start. That'd be a very nice start. Let me see. Did anybody just subscribe today? Did anyone subscribe today? We have Surin. And Camille Lesky. Oh, my dude. You subscribed. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed or hit that like button, you should. We are the home of crypto. We've been here 5 years. This channel has never shilled any kind of investment of any, just of any kind for money, making us one out of Lord knows how many on crypto. I've never promoted pump and dumps. I've never promoted NFTs. I've never done any of that stuff. All we do is TA here. Yes, we do have exchange sponsors. You can use them if you'd like. But you guys aren't like the target. And it's weird how many crypto channels, it's like the viewers are the target. They're trying to take the viewers' money. I don't want your money. I mean, you can send it to me. I'm not going to say no, but I don't want your money. I want you guys to love crypto the way I love crypto. I want you guys to see a better future ahead of you, the way I see a better future ahead of me. And the way I already am living in a better future than before crypto. That's what I want. And guess what? If I take your money, if I promote shit, pump and dump and whatever, that's only going to get you guys out. That's only going to make you guys quit, right? That's not going to build the community or build the passion that I want people to have. That's why you should subscribe to this channel, honestly. We've been doing this forever. We are one of the few, and I'm not even going to make comments on who or what, but we are one of the very few who have done none of the BS. None of it. None of the crap. We only even started doing like kind of clickbaity stuff because I was kind of morally torn on it. But then I realized we have to, because if we don't, YouTube then doesn't really serve our videos, and then all those other people's videos get served and people find them first. And if we can get to them first, I can kind of recalibrate my morals to say, all right, we can do clickbait. But that's about as far as it'll go. That's it. That's it. No rugs. Nothing. Everything I do is in hopes, whether I succeed or not, is you guys can be the judge. But everything I do is in hopes that you will have a better experience in crypto and you will see what I see in it. And the best way that I can do that is by helping you succeed in any way I can. That's it. I love you guys. I'm thankful for you guys. At Thanksgiving dinner, I literally said I'm thankful for every single person who watches my streams and subscribes on YouTube. Do I have a paid signal group you can join, Zach Drew? No. We have a patron. You can join the patron. You can join the patron. Faux show. This is not a paid signal group, though. I'd post more trades there, but I post trades all the time to everything. Post more trades there, but that's more about community and about education. It's also about having kind of more exclusive access to me. We have more cozy streams and education times where people can ask me like questions directly. You can sign up for Patreon, but no, it's not a signal group. Signal groups are just cheesy, man. How can you see the future with those glasses 4K mods? How can you see the future without them? Will be my question. Please check the dollar. Sure. Dollar was eating some shit, and I have not checked up on it today. Following along pretty well, although I don't like this higher low chilling here. I don't like that. Can't dig that higher low. That looks pretty freaking weak though, man. The dollar just cannot seem to catch bids. Since the dollar's down this week, and it was really down last week. Let's see what's the S&P doing. Probably moving up. I guess not really. Didn't really move. Weird. I'm still thinking stocks are looking to like retest all-time highs, or at least they're like lower highs from the all-time high. And I think the dollar is about to eat it. I don't think it's going to go straight down, but I think it's going to eat it. I think we may see a retest of 100, if not lower. I don't know, man. Dollar's a wild chart. Like every time you think something's going to happen on the dollar, something else happens. Like most bullish setup ever, it dumps. Most bearish setup ever, it pumps. Back in these lower time frames here quick. 5 minutes still looking kind of shitty. Really want to see this happen. Really want to see that happen. I don't necessarily see it on my indicators yet. I want to see that. Because I don't want this. I don't want to see the neckline or this support break. I want to see this move up and retrace. Maybe like 31.8. Let's see where we're at. Actually, that does look pretty good right here. And the channel's right at the 0.5. Interesting. Interesting. Like kind of bearish divergency stuff forming on low time frames. Not on the 15 yet. That's good. As we said earlier in the stream, it's like literally happening right here. 15 gave us the rollover signal, but has been just inching back up. And I said, if it breaks the high, I think we go into the 40K zone. If it, like, I think we go in the 40K zone if it breaks. But either way, I think it's going to kind of inch back up to that high. If it fails to break it, we probably then are more likely looking at a trip back down, at least to the middle of the channel. But this has continued to go up. Like, It's still going up, and we can even see in this 15-minute candle, it's looking a little bit better than it was, maybe gaining some momentum. The 30 is in the exact same position. Oh, nice. Nice. We said the same thing about the 30. I was like, this is like the same setup. I'm looking for the same thing. The 30 has made a lot more progress, and you can even like really see that happening right here, returning to those highs. The 30-minute looks more bullish, though, as now momentum is pinching, which we didn't have, but VWAP returning to 0 here. Like, this is an explosive potential setup I see brewing. I see it brewing. It might not take that much. It might not take that much. It's weird that that like the lowest time frames are kind of looking saggy, though. That's weird. This is the 1 minute, and that's the exact setup of the 30 just on the 1 minute. It's almost there. Is this going to roll? Are all these going to like roll together? The 5 is the only thing that doesn't really make sense here. You have this little gumdrop, like this little gumdrop. If the 5 minute pulls a sneaky and money flow starts like it doesn't roll over. If it just starts moving back up and breaking that high, we will see like a synchronized, I don't even know how many time frame roll over between so many time frames actually. From the 1, the 5, 15, 30, rolling into those 1 and 2 hours that are a little weaker, which maybe we'll fix them up, which pushes into like the 4, and all of that like kind of adds up into the daily. That could be hella spicy. I haven't really looked at any other coins today, which is good because typically we do way too many coins, and it's not fun for me, and it's not enjoyable to watch. But we can do some other ones. The perfect storm, exactly. Seagull coin, dude, who cares? It's Seagull coin. It sounds like a scam, bro. This sounds like a straight out scam. What is Seagull coin? Like Steven Seagal? If Steven Seagal endorses it, it's absolutely a scam. Like 100% confirmed scam then. Coin is up. Nice. Coin hasn't set off my alerts yet, but Coin did kind of front run and or... Ooh, nice, dude. Nice. Why didn't I get an alert? Or did I? I didn't see it. Jesus F, brah. We got an alert. BTC. Blur. We'll look at Blur next. Huh. What time is it? Why does it say post? It's only 3 o'clock. Why is this not trading? Are markets closed today? I have no idea. Oh yeah, today's Friday. Holy shit. Thanksgiving it had me so messed up. Although I still don't understand why this is not trading, right? It's only 3. Markets closed at 4:30, and with daylight savings time, maybe 3:30, but still like not now. Turkey, I know I'm still turkey drunk. I started with it. That looks awesome. Less hours on what? Stocks are a scam, dude. Leave your markets open. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a pussy. It's just a scam market. This has been brewing, man. Oh, my alert was like a few cents higher. That's why. Brewing. Here's what I'm looking for. Inverse head and shoulders. Back test 111. Then move to 200, possibly moving to 207. But what's cool is Coin really was either leading or in tandem with this rally this year. It kicked it off right at the start of the year with Bitcoin, moved up, hit high in July, and now finally broke. It's actually lagging, it seems, a little bit now. It was more kind of in sync with it. What I like about this chart here is you broke your high. You have this beautiful inverse head and shoulders setup. This is very tradable. That's what I like about this. Above, you already broke your high here. Above that high is very little efficiency in market price. Very little resistance should be here. You might think 150, there's a little efficiency here, sure, but you don't get that real liquidity until like 207. So you could see something like this. More likely something like 150 back to 111, a bunch of dicking around, and a slow move up to 107. You don't have much resistance there. You already broke through the major resistance that you saw 111. You close the week, you close the day. I think you're going to 207. Might not be fast, it might be fast. Depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin rips this weekend, if Bitcoin hit like 48K this weekend, I bet coin would hit 200 by the end of the year. Like, it could be wild. But that's a lot of buts and ifs and nuts, right? We don't live in that world. The market closed at 1. Why? Why did it close at 1? You fool with Shibikan? No. No, I don't. You bought 100 coins at $45, Randy. You Chad, dude. You Chad. Good Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Which trading platform? Well, you can sign up with Femex. Femex is my favorite trading platform. Although, you know what? That's too simple of an answer. If you go to the channel, my YouTube channel, there's 4 or 5 long form videos, and one of them is a review of exchanges. I recommend you look into that if you're looking for an exchange. So why is it closed? Dude, I've literally never traded on the stock market. Why is it closed at 1? Holiday hours. All right, there we go. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. It's a scam that they close it all. It doesn't make sense. Bitcoin never stopped trading. Never stopped trading. Doesn't need to. It is Black Friday. I should have put like a real spooky like Black Friday dump thumbnail. Oh well. Oh well. Chuck Norris coin only goes up. Okay. What crypto exchange? Camille. Watch the video on the channel page. It's a good one. Actually, it's also in the video description. I think it's literally in there. It'll give you a good idea of basically not just like do whatever, is there, but it gives you an idea of what to look for in exchanges. And it gives you some examples and compares some. It has a lot of value. Hasn't hit a lot of views yet, but a lot of value. You've been watching BTC only today? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to look at what's moving, but I'm going to take a peek at what's moving. I kind of do want to open up Blur. Maybe a few others. I'm not going to jam this video with them, though. Ooh, Tau ate some shit. We'll pull up Tau for a minute. Blur. Caspa back to 14. We'll look at Caspa again. Ooh, GRT actually looking interesting. DYDX looking a little interesting. FET lagging. All right, hold up. Hold up. All right, I'll pull up XRP because there's literally always people looking. Asking for me to look at XRP. Looks fine. I think XRP probably going to go to like 81 cents at some point. Likely with the rest of the market moving up. 58 cents. This is a different chart. I still like it. Let's see. Did XRP hit our BTC target? Yes, it did. All right, I think the bottom is more realistically in local bottom, is more realistically in for XRP than it was for the last 3 weeks. We're looking for a retracement against Bitcoin. We were talking about that earlier in the stream. Looking to fill the weekly fair value gap down here at quad 0.163. We finally got it. Was that like today? God, I thought it was Monday, dude. That's wild. We got it 3 days ago. Cool. And while this doesn't guarantee that it will be bullish in dollars, that would be dependent on Bitcoin, it does give us a trading edge of some kind. To look for at least a relative bounce against Bitcoin. And I would say it's a confluence factor. If you see a reversal on the BTC pair, without even looking at BTC, you can say, well, this coin is like more likely to be moving up. Of course, when we looked at XRP, this trade last stream with that tiny wick, I was like, I bet that bottom is in. And of course it is. As XRP always does, dude. XRP is I don't want to say the most manipulated because I hate the word manipulated. But goddamn, if it's not just the hardest thing to trade in crypto, it always seems to go for your stops, like every time, and it'll just go right to where the stops are and then go back up. And a lot of crypto does that. Yeah, liquidity sweeping, etc. Sure, but not in this way. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you disagree, take a look at this chart. Look at the history. It's not really a comment on anything else about it. Tau nailed the extension. There's a trade somewhere there. Where'd it go? I don't know. I don't know where it went. It's actually not looking bad. You know, higher lows here. What is this coin, dude? This coin is, I just feel like is going to be the biggest trap. This money flow looks great still. Yeah, bear div on your highs. What is this coin? I don't mean that even in a good way. We did a little like kind of digging on Tau and did not like anything I found. It was very sus. Mad sus. Huh. Well, honestly, you can look at 488. That's been the next upside target. If we saw 285 break, we can use our fib right here and look for 136. I mean, I don't even know, dude. I think this is a very, very risky thing. Too long. Very risky. I wouldn't do it. Even if it looks good. It's already up so many percent. Since October 19th, in 32 days, it went up almost 600%. If you are longing right here, you are longing virtually 600% up from just a month ago. If that's not FOMO, I don't know what is. I don't know what FOMO is. Arbitrade looking a little bit better than some of the other ones. All right. FTM, how did this go? Stopped out. Double. Yeah, that was already stopped out. Looking for 27 cents on FTM. Caspa. All right, Caspa. 19th topped out locally on BTC pair. Let's pull the new fib. Add the previous high. There we go. That previous high looks pretty good for a retracement on the BTC pair. It's right in between our 618 and our 0.5. That's pretty solid. Hasn't quite gotten there. That doesn't look bad though. Higher highs, VWAP coming up. Ooh, so close. Thing's flirting. Bitcoin sending me alerts. No time to look at your cast. No time. No time, buddy. Yeah, close some of these. So I stop opening them. BNB is so riggedy wrecked. What alert did I just get? Like right there? That's not exciting. That's lame. I thought 8-2. Yeah, literally right there. Ooh, Steve Optical Art just texted me. Are you here, Steve? Are you here? Did you just text me? I don't know. He just said I told him to hit me up sometime as we could chat. I don't know if he's in the chat here. I thought maybe he was. I pity the fool. What's up, Oh No YTK? What's up, Drogs? BTC is a jealous coin. BTC is just the hottest, most cruel girlfriend you've ever had. Where you're like, God damn, I hate her, but what would I do without her? It's so good if you use it. It makes you want to throw it in the garbage. Until you use it. Yep. Well, that's like the weird, this is like the weird gaslit, ungaslit, I guess, reality of crypto. What coins actually do anything? Literally, like what coins actually do something? And you can say, okay, Ethereum has NFTs, has smart contracts. Okay, but what do any of them actually do? What do any of them like accomplish at this point? I'm not saying in the future they won't. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying in this moment, we hear the word utility. We hear the word use case. We hear the word whatever. And in reality, you look at there's a million cryptos out there. Out of those million, almost a million of them have done nothing except for kind of use buzzwords, lay out this plan of we're going to use AI coins to decentralize, make a DeFi market that will arbitrage, I don't know, man, like it'll arbitrage the Google partnership. I don't know. And then they make these promises. Nothing happens. The partnerships aren't real. The progress isn't real. Maybe they do try. Maybe they try to make progress on these things, but they find out it's not easy. And then when they actually do kind of come up with something, which I can't even name real examples of, it's just shit no one cares about. Like, it's just stuff no one needs or asked for. Like they're gonna like solving problems that no one has, and so like just nobody cares then. Ethereum does some stuff. We're just not quite at the age of crypto where they do things. We're in the age of crypto where people promise they're going to do things, and then they don't, and then they're really not held accountable. It's very odd. Very odd to me. Very odd. Shibas for dog lovers. What about Doge? What about any other dog lovers? You called in 2020 that the bull run was all hype. There wasn't even staking on most... What? There wasn't even staking on most proof of stake at that time. I don't know what that means, Dow. What do you mean? All bull runs are always just hype. Like they're all hype. The next bull run will be all hype as well. You're gonna use ETH until you use the chain. Here's a fact of things. Chains that are active will cost more, and they will be slower the more active they are. I hear a lot of people go, I like, Lightning GigaChad coin. I just made that up. It's probably gonna be 5 minutes before that's listed somewhere. Lightning GigaChad coin. It's the fastest, dude. The fees are like a 1/1,000,000th of a penny, and it's instant transaction. Cool. Mostly the reason for that is because there's literally no transactions on that chain. If that chain was bogged down like Ethereum or Bitcoin, that would not be true. In general, chains that are empty or ghost chains send fast and have low fees because there's no competition. Outside of the Bitcoin white paper, have I read any other project's white paper? No, dude. No. The Bitcoin white paper is like a historical legendary document, right? Every other white paper is just the promises I was talking about. Yo, there's Steve. Steve, I got your text, man, but I'm streaming. I'll hit you back in a little bit. BNB looks dumb. Yeah, it does. Lightning GigaChad coin. It's already listed. It's already rugged, guys. I'm sorry. The coin was already listed. It pumped to 10 million market cap, and it already dumped. I was just talking about how I've never promoted anything. The whole life cycle just happened in 3 seconds. Let's keep talking about stake. I do like stake. I mean, I said no, I haven't read any white papers. I've browsed some, but I've never sat down and read the whole thing of any of them, except for Bitcoin. Smash likes and subscribes. I know, I like that. Who else is subscribed? Firkin, Ozturk, Sebastian, Shone, Ali Alcar. That's a cool name. Poseidon, the god of the sea. I'm humbled. What's up, Stavros Kokinos, Dr. Durkeem, Cali Kicks, Shorn, Mad Cadmiri. Yeah, a lot of new subscribers. Right on. I'll take it. It's a good time to like and subscribe right now. I'll shout you out. Dude, and what is up? DAO, what is up with that? Do people get all these bridges? I will admit, I do not know much about bridges and things in crypto. I really have never used them. I think I have once or twice. What is up with them? Why do we? It's like the algorithmic stablecoin. It's like they keep getting hacked. They keep being exploited. Yet we keep making them, and we keep having people think that these are like concrete crypto, like Bitcoin, blockchain. Like, oh, it's a blockchain bridge, bro. It's safe. Like, they just keep being exploited. Why do we keep doing them? What is it? What is going on? We need to figure out how to do these before we just, I don't know. Hopefully no one's making algorithmic stablecoins anymore. Like, hopefully. Or at least hopefully no one's falling for it. I don't get it. Yeah, dude, it is the weak point. Why are they, how are they necessary? Like, are they necessary? And if they are, that sucks. If they're not, why are we using them? Your old school crypto, you stay away from DeFi? In general, I do too. In general. Technically, I would say staking is DeFi, decentralized finance. It's not quite the exact same thing, but it's kind of cool. I think it's maybe the most successful. Like, at least in that category of finance, maybe. If Link has solved the... I'm coming at you, Gerben. I'm coming at you. If Link has solved the bridge issue, why do we still have bridge issues? That's actually a genuine question. No bridges, just use a boat, and don't forget to bring your seed keys. Don't forget to bring your ledger. It's for good luck. This is a crypto thing you guys don't know. Whenever you go boating, you always bring your ledger with you for good luck. Just is what it is. Where market goes, BTC. Zane, market go. Market go. Indeed. I'll show you. You guys want to see the most exciting, most controversial, most powerful, compelling argument for Bitcoin ever? There you are. Done. That's where Bitcoin go. That's the direction. That's the direction. Bitcoin go. There it is. Don't tell people. It's our little secret. Don't go blabbing about it. Don't. Wait a minute. Oh, SPX are futures for S&P 500, and that's why they're still trading. That's also why I was confused. I saw SPX was trading, and I saw that like coin wasn't. And I was like, what's happening? But those are perps. That's why. Done. Done and done. And the dollar's still trading. I don't understand the shit. Yes, Bitcoin. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 37,922. We might be seeing a little bit more move today. We'll see. Although I will say we have not seen weekend moves in a long time. It does seem like Bitcoin does not make moves on the weekend anymore, which kind of sucks. Doesn't mean it can't. Doesn't mean it won't ever. But in general, it's been a very good bet to not expect volatility over the weekend. I'm going to throw up just a theoretical trade here. 37,820, stop below 37.76. Let's see how the risk to reward looks here. This is kind of a chasing trade. I don't really like it. I really like it, but I think it's winnable. Risk to reward's not very good. Of course, you could change the risk to reward up. Could do something like this. Yeah, like 2.8. Let me check on these low time frames. One more time. The 1 minute looking very good. The best it's looked this entire stream. It looked very strong. This is my only comment on the 1 minute. Looked very strong at the start of the stream. This is the strongest it's looked, which is great because we want to be seeing what? This rolling into the 5 did roll over, unfortunately, but this is looking like a higher low. This is looking like it's coming back up. VWAP's already on the 0 line. Solid bullish engulf close on the 5. Into the 15, doing the dance, slowly inching up as we've been saying the entire stream. I don't love that this VWAP is starting to flatten off already. I don't love it, but it is what it is. 30-minute going to that high as we expected. Momentum pinching even more. VWAP at 0. At the 0. Hourly slowly looking better. 4 hour weirdly looking a little worse. We did avoid the bearish engulf on the 4 hour, which is cool. It's not as important as maybe I'll make it sound, but it's cool because virtually every other tap to the top of this channel, you weren't here a little bit ago, virtually every tap to the top of this channel that then retraced to the bottom of the channel, we saw tap 4 hour bear engulf, tap 4 hour bear engulf, tap 4 hour bear engulf, tap. I guess we're actually above. This isn't a good example. Well, let's say range high 4 hour bear engulf, range high 4 hour bear engulf back to the bottom. So I am happy that we didn't get a bearish engulf in this 4 hour. Certainly doesn't guarantee we're going up, but it's a good start for me. It's a good start. Let's see how this trade does. This was the original. This is like the better risk to reward. That was the last top touch. We will find out. With that, I know. I don't know if it's the last top touch, but what I do know is that we will find out. You know, actually, if we're going to take this lower stop, and you definitely want to go a little bit lower than that this wick. If we're going to take that lower touch, I think we go for the 618 right there. That gives us a 3-to-1. Beautiful. That's a much better trade. Much better trade. We might get sniped. Shut up, Bear. What's up, Gregzilla? Optical Art. Steve is a bull at 12K. I was a bull at 12K back in the day. I'd still be a bull at 12K today. I'd be a bull. I don't know. I can't come up with like anything else. This was the bearish fractal. Did not play out. Thank goodness. This is like an argument for me, and maybe it's misguided. And you guys can give your feedback and your thoughts. This is an argument for me that we aren't looking for this move. We had this nice fractal painting out, and the chart just said, "Nah, dog." Like it almost flipped. So the fractal was looking for lower high, and then drop, right? It almost inverted here. If we invert the chart, lower high. It's interesting. It's almost like it looks very much like what we were expecting. Right here, lower high, break. It's an argument, might be misguided, but for me, it's keeping me a little bit more bullish. That fractal did not play at all. Let me close some more charts. Gala doing nothing. Cool. Cuckoo. Old trade. I think that old trade actually technically did not take profit until today, which is weird because it got really close and I think I forgot about it. But that's a solid 3-to-1, 5% take, LFG. Simple pimple, right? Just looking at that bottom of the range. There was a fair value gap, I think, right over here. Bottom of the range, stop below, back to the top of the range, money in the bank. Just money in the bank. Tau. This is Tia. Okay, it was Tia that we had a little long here. This did not play. Tia actually looking much weaker, which is interesting because Tia and Tau, not only do they share 66% of the same letters in their ticker, they also have very similar price action in many ways. They're both hitting these large extensions. They both hit. This one hit a 3. They both hit like a large extension and then retraced. Tau at 285, Tia at 750. However, Tau then did not go back below. It did not break below support, at least yet, and fall down. Where we do see Tia literally did that. We had this kind of greedy long position that got stopped, fell below it, and then back tested right there. Right there. This Tia chart is looking significantly more bearish, in my opinion, than the Tau chart. I don't think I would really touch either of these. But just a little knowledge drop. If Tia does break below $5 again, that is a nice psychological level. We did see a little bit of support there. But if it does, we may be looking back at about $4. That would be very clean. It would sweep all of this liquidity and maybe you go back up. I don't know. But that support resistance flip, the SR flip right here, pretty bearish. If you can paint a higher low and break that, then it's looking fine. We do see this happening a lot on Bitcoin. This happened a lot in the recent on kind of all time frames. But I'm skeptical. Not sure. Doesn't look good. It's like significantly weaker. Oh, Cass. I want you to go up, Cass. Even though I don't have as much of you anymore. I still want you to. Boring. What is spicy today? What is spicy? And people are saying meme, but like people just say meme every time because it's probably bots or shills or whatever. Or people who got trapped in it. I don't know. Yeah, long still looks all right. Yeah, long's good. Long's good here. Now that we have something that does look like a bottom. We don't have a higher high yet to like really drive it home, but now we have something that looks like a bottom. Let's look for our retracement. I think we see a break of 3.1. Went a little bit lower, so that target gonna be a little different. I'd put it in the 3.09 cent to 3.3 cent territory. Yeah. Yeah, meme is boring to me. There's not enough history to do anything with it. Screw you, Bitcoin. Either go down and wreck me or touch my entry and go up. That's boring. We don't have any music today. Have you guys noticed? Do you hate it? Do you need the music back? It's just getting really annoying with YouTube. You know, like a Solana, there's a bunch of like positions marked up here. The one that I'm looking for most, of course, still looking for that $48, maybe even $32. I don't like this double bottom here. $51, pulled back, hit 67, lower high, down to 51, pretty much on the nose. Until you have a higher high, I could even change these like short stops really to 62. If you don't have a higher high here, you're going to 48, if not lower. Who knows? It's your guess. But you already have this tap, this double bottom that didn't immediately bring you to a new high. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. Solana ran a lot. It did not retrace a lot. It did not back test $32. Did not back test $48. It's looking more likely now. Looking more likely. BNB. This was like the best TA ever, dude. This was wild. All the way back in January, we were looking for this low range to break. That's wild. Finally broke. BNB is not looking good against Bitcoin. 0045 would be the next support. You have a little bit of efficiency back here from 21. You pulled back, you move back up. You have a little bit of support there. That was also basically the previous all-time high. If that doesn't hold, you're looking at 003. That's your 618 retracement from your low to your high. That would be solid. That might be a good entry if it gets there. It is not looking strong against Bitcoin. But it doesn't really need to in many ways. If Bitcoin just goes up, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it does, but if Bitcoin goes up, it can lose against Bitcoin and still be increasing in price. This doesn't look great. This is what we were speculating a while ago. It hasn't happened yet, but put this in your calculations today, right? We remember the golden cross, and people were bearish on it. Whatever, it was understandable. I don't think that's like troll worthy. But people were bearish on the golden cross. It's going to retrace. It's going to go down. It didn't. CZ stepped down as CEO from Binance. Binance was fined $4 billion. And this is what BNB did. Nothing happened. Literally, like, nothing happened. Yeah, I mean, you went from 270 to 220. And it's big, but you didn't break like what is potentially like a 1, 2, 3 bottom setup. Hell, you didn't even break like your daily structure down here. You're still chilling here. Yeah, it could still dump. It still could potentially follow this path. It could go lower. We could see it follow crypto savvies bajillion % dump. But I mean, we've been looking at that for a long time. Could still do that. But dude, what bigger negative news could BNB have possibly had happen? This is the impact of it. 17%. Now let's take it from the high, which is not reality. It's down 13% on that news. Like, pay attention. News is not having the impact that you'd expect. Keep that in your calculations. Ethereum, I didn't look at Ethereum today. Perfect long. This was such fire, dude. I can't believe we caught this one on the, it's like the 20th maybe. Looking on the 20th. Still following the doodles. You can go back to that stream and watch me draw this doodle and then watch it happen in real time. Oh, that already closed. 10% take. All right. I think there's another potential entry. I don't like this one. Is not confident. Like, this one was fire. This one is just like not patient. And if you guys watch this channel, my unpatient trades rarely ever work. No, they work sometimes, but like rarely. But I think what you could do is potentially take a long, even kind of at market, one of those rare times, with your stop below this pullback, below 2030, maybe 2020. You stop below there and basically just look for some kind of risk to reward setup. I picked 3. I think you'd be more confident with a smaller, maybe a 2 to 1, just like in 2100 zone, because you're basically betting this. You're betting that this pattern I painted is playing out, that you're setting higher lows and higher highs. You're coming back up to 2100 and you're breaking it. If you did a spot position, you could have the take profit, I don't know, like 3,000, maybe 2,500. You're betting on that pattern. That pattern is invalidated right here. You break that low. You're not painting this pattern anymore. It might still go up, but it might do something more like that, right? That's why this is impatient. It's right here at market. That could happen, but you're making a bet that you're going to keep hitting these lows and that you're going to break your high. It's followed pretty close. This one, confidence is not quite as high, but it is really following the pattern I was looking for, and that was this, right? This. Shoulder, head, shoulder, break, back test, drop. There it is. That's all I need to see on Ethereum today. I don't need to see anything else. So many. It's your final resistance before a giant inefficiency market void. All right, market size for B looks good. Money flow looks good. Same issues on divergence as Bitcoin. See if it has it on the week. Nice. Yeah. Actually, it hasn't broken higher. Hasn't closed higher. Interesting. When this weekly closes, if Ethereum is above 2050, you're going to have a nice little weekly order block right there, which could provide an entry for a long at a later date. At a later date. Wow, this is really not moving. 110-minute mark. Oh, holy shit, boys. Holy shit, boys. I did not mean to go this long. Thank you, Pickle. I actually saw it for once. What a clutch reminder. Blur, blur, blur. Blur, you dick. I don't know. Can we consider this? Can we consider this entry hit? Wick to 29.4. This was 29. God, that's so close. Wait, what? God damn. God damn. Blur is looking nuts, though. Right now, Blur's at resistance. We've seen a lot of coins just blast through them, right? But after a move like this, nice little beautiful pullback, you're longing a very green candle, and I can never recommend that. You guys got to make your own trades, obviously. But right at resistance, a very long candle. There could potentially be an entry back here. I would just call it 50 cents. It's like 48 and change, but 50. Nice solid psychological number. Very clean. Likely some kind of entry there. Whether it's from 66 or from 88 or hell, maybe even from $1. It's like the same thing on Link. When charts look like this, unless you plan on getting in and out really quickly, you're looking for some kind of good entry, right? You're not looking to open a leverage trade here and then wait for new all-time highs. The good stuff is if you manage to grab those entries with a leverage trade, maybe you can, right? But you never are going to be able to, on the top of a green candle, like especially at resistance, like hold that for any amount of time. You basically want to close that very quickly. For Blur, though, assuming it does continue up, as we have seen some other stuff do, you've got about 88 cents to $1 up here. Is that right? Yeah. About 88 cents to $1. Be a great target for anything. I'd personally take 88. Great target for any kind of position. It's your next resistance. And what do you got? Above $1.28, virtually nothing. This is all very old from when Blur first came out. Virtually nothing. The all-time high was $1.40. Like if you break $1, I think you go to $1.40 really fast. And then what? I don't know. You want to do moon math? Here's your moon math. 550, 1275. If this is ever going to come and you want to make it here, you got to get a good entry. And you're probably only going to make it there in spot, let's be real. If it ever comes. There you go. There's a blur. I meant to look at it earlier. Bitcoin's doing very little. If you're not in the Discord, guys, you really should be. Give me a second to chill here. You should be in the Discord. It's clutch. Our community is so vibrant, full of so many traders talking all the time. Shout out to every single one of you guys who've been in the Discord chatting over the last few months. Love it. You should be subscribed. Definitely. I see Izam subscribed, Sheree Bahita, Joe Shorn, Adam641, freaking Oatzerk. I think I got that one already. We've had like maybe 50 people subscribe. I'd love to see a few more. Love to see a few. Love it. Izam, you just subscribed, buddy. No, now you want me to look at a chart. No. I love you, Izam. I appreciate you subscribing. If you ask me on the next stream, I will. I'll look into that. I will. Just for you, because you subscribed. Crap, what was I doing? Blurry moon math, baby. So blurry. You should check out the Patreon. Get learnt, not burnt. Come do it with our private group. Still a few discounted memberships available. I know what I was doing. After the live stream, go to the channel page. Watch these recommended crypto videos. These are our first long form videos ever on YouTube. We've been doing this 5 years. Never done long form. They're beautiful. They're clean. They're clear. They're easy to understand. Check them out. They're all valuable, especially the support and resistance one I just put out. That being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. It was a little janky. It was a little off. I'm a little turkey hungover, maybe a little alcohol hungover. Maybe a little everything. I do appreciate all of you for joining. I enjoyed it. The microphone has been really loud the entire stream. Sorry. We didn't have any music. But I love you all. I will see you soon. Monday at the latest. Absolute latest. If we see Bitcoin break 38, if we break today's high, we will be live again today or tomorrow or this night or whenever the hell that happens. If we break it again today, for sure. Look, you can see the sun is coming in the window here and it's saying, Tom, it's time to go. It's